Hello and welcome to episode 26 of the podcast. I'm Michael.
I'm Noah.
And we are the Knights of Entertainment, a podcast covering your favorite and unknown movies, games, comic books, anime, and more weekly. We appreciate you being here and hope you enjoy the show. This is what we are covering tonight.
I'm going to cover the One Piece Devil Fruits.
Cool. But before we do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You can also enjoy the show on YouTube, Spotify, Rumble, Odyssey, and more. We also have membership tiers on those platforms as well if you'd like to support the channel, or check out buymeacoffee.com/KOE podcast. Let's get into this.
All right, so if there's three staples of One Piece that most lay people know, is one, the One Piece.
Right.
And if you've never seen a single episode of One Piece, you know about the One Piece, basically. Number two, Luffy and his straw hat. You know, if you ever see Luffy, you know he's always got that straw hat. And number three is the Devil Fruits. Mm-hmm. Every layperson, I didn't start watching One Piece till recently, and I knew about all this stuff.
Yeah. I haven't even watched an episode of it, and I know
just all the basic
quite a bit.
TikTok will teach you everything, apparently. So, the Devil Fruits, one of the most original ideas within the series, are these mysterious fruits scattered throughout all of the world of One Piece that when ingested by a person, they gain basically superpowers, something unique. Now, for every power, there's only one fruit. So that's it. This specific power has this specific fruit. And once that person eats that fruit, that power transfers to them, and that fruit disappears from the world until that person dies. And so it's permanent. Once you can take a minuscule bite, and the tiniest bite, the powers transfer over to you. And that the devil fruit goes. By the way, they taste like shit. Apparently, every character that has eaten a devil fruit has had the same reaction, that they're eating ass or something, just salty, sweaty ass. I hope I just didn't get monetized. That was a minute, wasn't it? Damn it. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah, once you eat it, the power's yours, permanent. And there's no like transmutation. There's no immense pain that you have to survive for it to finally work. It's just you. It'd be like eating an apple. They can punch through a wall or something. That's just how quick it is. Like it's
like there's no repercussion automatically.
No, it's instantaneous. The powers are now yours. There's no real story as to whether these devil fruits came from. They just appeared in the world back in the day. There's one theory, but I'll get into that in a different video. But that's it. That's been one theory in like 25 years of One Piece as to where the devil fruits came from. At least one official theory from Oda himself.
Right.
And that was actually recently, this year, he talked about it. See, this is why I should have wrote everything down, because now I don't know where to go. So one power, one devil fruit, that's it. When that person dies, the devil fruit reappears somewhere throughout the world. Mm-hmm. Like it just comes back eventually. They don't know where. It'll just randomly show up somewhere. It could be anywhere on the planet, and it'll just show back up once that person dies. Except for one exception. That I'll get into in a different video of a devil fruit that did not go anywhere. It just transferred one person to the other in that same spot. He died, he got it. Basically, is all you need to know. Also, you can't stack devil fruits. That you eat one, that's all you can have, because there's a rumor, a legend, a story. I don't know where it permeated throughout the world of One Piece, but you eat another devil fruit after you've eaten the first one, your body explodes.
Right. That's
what everybody believes. This is how we believe. Don't walk under ladders. It just somehow people believe it. They just do. Like a super.
and nobody wants to test that.
Nobody's gonna test another devil fruit, except for one exception. So the exception of the devil fruit going to different locations is also connected to the exception of eating two devil fruits. They're both connected. I'll get into that in a different video. So so there's one exception of a devil fruit not appearing in the world or reappearing in the world, and someone eating two of them. Same guy too. He's a true asshole. And the weird thing is, all the powers are different, like drastically different sometimes. Yet every single devil fruit user has the same exact weakness. Once they hit salt water, it's game over. they can't swim anymore. Like if they were if they were Michael Phelps, 15 gold medals, swimming champion, eat a devil fruit, you sink like a rock.
Does that include fresh water as well?
That is what I don't know, because I've seen them take baths before, and I've seen Luffy covered in fresh water,
right,
and he was fine. So I don't think so. It only seemed to be salt water connected to the sea.
Right.
One of the greatest ideas ever: have a characters in a seafaring series, give them superpowers, and then make their one weakness
the ocean,
the fucking ocean, which is like 90% of the world. Genius. That man is a genius. So yeah, they hit the water right, and not only do they sink, not only they're not able to swim anymore, but they lose the ability to use their powers once they hit the water. So it's not like they can use their powers to escape. They're done. They have to be rescued. I would make a killing. If I lived there, I would make a company that makes suits specifically designed as flotation devices for devil fruit users. I would be the richest man in One Piece.
Where the water never touches them.
Yeah, like you guys need a suit, I got you. I'm perfectly tailored to that specific devil fruit user.
See, it's the exact opposite of Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean.
He can't touch land.
Exactly.
Yeah. Another thing is they have these things called sea prism stones that they have the same qualities and properties of the sea. Mm-hmm. And if these stones are I guess in the vicinity as well, but if they touch them, they get handcuffed with them, they lose their powers too. If you have a whole jail cell of just sea prism stones, and you got a guy that can just turn into smoke and disappear, he can't get through them. Right. So it's just they're fucked. So I don't know. I
mean, that is a good weakness though.
Yeah, especially for the world that they inhabit.
Yeah. I mean, otherwise, people that do have these extremely weird powers and stuff, they can either escape, destroy everything.
Yeah.
So with people like Luffy, if he's on a ship and he uses his powers to reach into the ocean, does he automatically lose his powers?
That I don't. Well, probably. Well, no. If his hand shoots back immediately. Right. But I've never seen him like actually interact with the water to get anything.
Like say somebody fell overboard and he went to go grab him.
He could probably just grab him and yank him back.
Okay, so it's not if he just touches the water itself.
That's a good question. I've never seen him like dunked like over and over again in water. I've only seen him pretty much drowning in it.
Like falling into it.
Yeah, and it's their game over.
Because I get that. I get like once you're in the water, there's nothing you can do to escape.
Yeah, you're pretty much done.
Like if your feet are touching something else.
Well, no, because your body pretty much gets like incredibly weak. Like sort of like some sort of lethargy that just like where you just do not have the strength to do anything.
That's what I'm wondering. Like if he was like, say for instance, he was to walk by the ocean and just touch it, does he lose his powers?
I don't think it's that second. Probably not.
That's what I was wondering.
I don't think it's like, well, it's not like kryptonite, but the sea prism stones, the minute
are they like more concentrated though?
Probably, yeah.
I would assume so.
I'm surprised I haven't seen more bullets with sea prism casing on them, just fucking up the devil fruit users.
Because with those sea prism stones, isn't there a character that can use like a island, like where he controls an island or something like that?
Recently, yeah, there was a guy that's an island.
Yeah,
like he's got the fucking. It's called the island fruit. the chapter 1080, one of Blackbeard's lieutenants or one of his big pirate members, one of his higher ranking ones, their island that they inhabit is the guy.
Yeah, that's what. So how would he like?
That's a good question. How the fuck does he end up on the ocean if he's what the fuck, yo? That blew my mind. How the fuck is he on the water?
Yeah. Like, how is he not losing his abilities? Is it just because the ground itself is its own thing, technically? But still kind of him?
Well, if it's an island, isn't it just like floating in the... No, yeah, because he moves around. It's weird. They must explain
or like a weird thing, too, would be, okay, if they took his normal body, like what is perceived as his normal body, because he's supposed to be an island. Mm-hmm. So if they put his human side body into a prison with these stones... Does he lose power over the entire island at the same time?
Well, I don't know if he has control. I don't know if he is the island or if he has control of an island. Now that I think, I've only started reading the actual manga.
Yeah.
I'm starting from chapter 1, but I'm also cutting it at the head. So I'm reading. I only read 1080 and 1081. So I don't know. It's probably in the chapter somewhere, like earlier back. So I'm just acting like a fool. But
There are a lot of questions that.
well, I will answer all of them eventually. I'll be reading every chapter of One Piece, watching every episode. I'm like at 500 episodes already.
God.
542. But I'd like to study Oda's actual word for words that he writes.
Yeah.
Because, they change a lot of stuff in the manga and the anime.
They always do that, though.
Just because it's a different medium, so they have to change the dialogue. And
That's one thing that I didn't like when they left out certain things within Overlord, within the series itself. Like the light novels had obviously the most information in them. Then the manga had a good amount of information, and then they just left out entire light novel parts completely for the show.
that's how it is, I guess.
Well, when they're adapting, I think it's like 4, maybe 5 light novels per season. So you're taking a 4 light novel
Just
books.
condensing, yeah.
Yeah, so they leave out a lot of information. There's another YouTube channel that they go over everything that was missed in the season that
Damn.
was in the books itself. It's a lot of information that they leave out.
I guess I have to pick and choose.
So I'm assuming they do the same thing with One Piece.
Honestly, like for what I've read and what I've seen, they only really take stuff that, one of these characters named Zeke, him and Sanji, Luffy's, one of his top pirate friends, one of his crewmates.
Yeah.
His origin was they were stuck on an island, but it was like just a rock, and they had just had small bundles of food for each other. And they had to survive when a ship came because they got shipwrecked or stranded. In the anime, Zeke saves Sanji because he was drowning. He's still a kid, so he's drowning, and it's a flashback. And Zeke gets stuck in between like the fucking wreckage of the ship, so he ties a fucking chain around. He cuts his leg off to escape to save Sanji.
Oh yeah.
In the manga, he fucking cuts his leg off and eats it on the island because he didn't have any food.
Yeah.
He lied to Sanji saying that this food is yours and this food is mine. He had this big cover over something, but it was just treasure.
Yeah.
He had no food. He gave Sanji all the food. He just had all the gold. He fucking ate one of his legs. Probably eat both of them. Like, might as well eat both of them. You ate the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, they've cut out a lot of things like that, though.
But other than that, they've never really, not that I've seen so far, like actually seeing the panel and then seeing the animated version of that panel, it's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Like they go like actual to actual.
Yeah, like where they actually captured it.
Yeah, they just make it more, they have to stretch it out.
Yeah.
By why Dragon Ball Z, the fight with Frieza was like 92 episodes.
Oh my god.
Like 15 pages and 99 episodes.
Jesus Christ. I just watched a video, I think, earlier. It was either earlier or last night. I can't remember which, but where it shows all the ass whippings that Vegeta has taken, and he always holds that arm.
Yeah, like ever since he got kicked in that fucking arm by Android 18, he's been fucked ever since.
Well, even before that, like whenever he was fighting against Frieza and all them, that you even go back that far, he's still holding the same arm.
Damn, bro, he's got a bad limp arm apparently.
What was that group that fought Vegeta during the Frieza saga? You know who I'm talking about. There was the red alien. There was the big dude that had the weird fucking hair and stuff.
Yeah, the guy that was just like looked like he was from Mississippi with the red hair.
Yeah, but he's the one that he like. I think he kicked him in the arm again. So like, and he still he gets up just holding that left arm.
He got fucked up.
And then they were showing how Gohan got his ass whipped in that too.
If I get anything from Dragon Ball Z that I see everywhere, it's fucking the Yamcha death crater. They replay that shit. They have a actual. It's not life size. It's expanded.
Yeah.
Of him just laying in a crater, a display. It's not life size. It's twice. It's like 3 or 4 times as big.
Oh my god!
Just him just laying there, just fucked up.
Oh, there's so many memes that you can get from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
A bunch. I mean, look, that's where one of the first pervy old men came from.
Yeah.
Master Roshi.
Dragon Ball Z has a lot of the one that I see a lot about memes of all time. I think to me anyway is SpongeBob SquarePants. I don't think I've seen you get memes from one episode that last a lifetime.
Yeah, the sad thing is, I don't. Was it marketed as a kid show originally?
It is a kids show still.
Well, I mean, I know it's a kids show, but like,
oh man, when it's that good, when it's that fucking masterpiece, it doesn't matter.
It's one of those few.
It's a cult classic.
Well, it's almost like the Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah,
it had a lot of
transcends.
What had a lot of adult jokes in there that kids are not going to get. Like it was bright and colorful for the kids, but I mean, opposite of what Batman the Animated Series was.
It was dark and brooding for kids.
It was one of the few kids shows where it's like, yeah, this ain't for kids.
Not even close.
Until they kind of
then they really took it to kids when it went into like that with different artwork to match the Superman series.
Yeah,
then it got really like a kids show.
And it's still like there was still points that it wasn't too bad. It was really bad though whenever they came out with that the Batman animated series.
The Batman. That's the one where the guns look like fucking toys.
Yeah, and the Joker looked like a monkey.
Didn't he have dreadlocks and like loved kickboxing for some reason?
But they always had him crouching like a chimpanzee.
Yeah.
Where it's like, and then the Penguin was like an expert fighter and shit.
Yeah, like you can't fight for shit. That's the whole point.
Oswald Cobblepot is real fat, and he's supposed to be like a Danny DeVito character.
Yeah. They always assume that when you're a kid that all you want to see is people fist fight each other.
No,
not always. I mean, sometimes you just want to see a good story.
Well, that's what I liked about the animated series. I've talked about it before, but the stories that they had within them, so like you actually felt bad for Mr. Freeze.
Not me. Fuck that man. Fuck him and his wife.
What was her name? Nora.
Yeah, Nora Freeze.
Yeah.
Nora. I got to save Nora.
It got real bad though whenever they went to that secondary artwork style that you were talking about. They changed his whole suit. It didn't look right.
It was immediately Tim Drake.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell happened to Dick Grayson, and they completely skipped over Jason Todd.
Until you got to the WB animated universe, and then you got the rest of them. But yeah, they just skipped right over Jason Todd. So fuck him. He died in the comics. We don't need him here.
Basically. Man, we should went on a tangent. We were talking about One Piece.
Sorry, people.
Not really, because that's all. There was not much information for just that one video.
Yeah.
If I did the whole thing I want to do for the Devil Fruit, it'd be like 2 hours long. So I got to split it up. I guess the last thing I should say about the water thing is there is one guy named Crocodile who can morph into sand. He's basically Sandman.
Yeah.
He's Sandman, but he laughs like the Count from Sesame Street. Ah.
Like it reminded me of that Family Guy episode.
One bitch, or when he's actually like
one nipple, two nipple, three. Oh hell no!
I remember there was one where Peter asked Brian and Brian's like, Brian, I'll show you Brian's end of his conversation. So you're asking me if the vampire from Sesame Street kills and it drinks the blood of people on Sesame Street. And Peter's like, yeah. He's like, no, he doesn't. We basically wanted to know if the Count from Sesame Street
is killing little kids.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you wonder.
But Crocodile is his name. And he's the only Devil Fruit user that I've seen that gets affected by regular water too.
Really?
Yeah, so regular water, because he can turn into sand, he can become intangible, and he can tank hits. They don't hit him because Luffy found out that if he covered himself in water, he could hit him and it would hurt him.
Huh.
So he's like the only one I've seen so far. Like,
so if he turns himself to sand on a beach, then he's fucked.
Basically, if he gets stuck in the fucking next to the ocean and the high tide,
you get the waves.
Yeah. But I've seen Luffy take a bath. I mean, and if I've seen him covered in fresh water, not affect him. So it must be like, though, he's like a twofer. So he can't even take a bath.
So he's double fucked.
Basically.
It's like, well, I can't take a shower, so I smell like shit.
Well, he's made of sand, so they bathe in sand. I've heard that people bathe in sand in the desert.
A sand bath?
Yeah.
You can, but
I mean,
you're not going to get it. Okay. It's like trusting that bidet.
Oh yeah. I don't know if it'll take all this shit off. I'm trusting you here, bidet. You fucking
Can't see back. No.
You sit there, you go about you use the bidet, right? You go about your day, you come home, you get undressed, take a shower, right, before you go to bed, and there's just a fucking waft of fucking shit coming out your fucking shorts. Like, damn it, bidet, you fucked me. You took a quarter of the shit off.
Or like the guys that we've talked about in some of these stories where it's just a mass of hair.
Man. So you can't take a bath.
That sucks.
Yeah, even blood hurts him because it's a liquid. Any liquid.
Really?
Yeah, any liquid.
So just any liquid then.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because Luffy had lost their first encounter. Crocodile has this big ass hook in one hand, like Captain Hook, and he just fucking completely skewered Luffy. And Luffy grabbed his arm that the hook was holding him from, and he squeezed on Crocodile's arm, and Crocodile winced. He's like, that hurts. Luffy noticed that because Luffy has an incredible intellect for battle. He's dumb as bricks 99% of the time. Like, if you have a plan, right?
Yeah.
And this is Luffy's philosophy. This is Luffy's philosophy 100%. They can't stop our plan if we don't have one. That's basically Luffy.
It's a good idea.
But he has an incredible intellect for combat. When he fought Crocodile the second time, he was walking around with a fucking barrel of water on his back. He had a fucking hose that he kept spraying himself with. It's like, I learned your weakness now. He lost again. He lost the second time too. That's for different reasons.
Got his ass whipped even though he had the kryptonite with him.
Basically, it took him 3 tries. But I'll give him credit. He never gives up. So that's it for Devil Fruits, and whatever random stuff. I guess you can write this episode will be episode 26, One Piece, Devil Fruits, and miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous shit. Sorry for the tangent, people.
But hey, don't you guys worry. This is what we're good for. Just get a little information about a beloved series, learn some random stuff about us, some random stuff about the world, and we all can come together and live one happily. Damn it. I'll fuck that up. Trying to be all poignant and philosophical, and I'm just like, and then you say,
It didn't come out right
at all.
But I think that is everything for this episode, and we will see you guys on the next one.
All right, adios.